This episode is brought to you by Cards for the Culture, the trivia game library. If you're looking to get your game night poppin', then look no further than Cards for the Culture, which has a library full of trivia games.
Such as Martin Trivia, based off the hit 90s TV show.
Best 90s TV show.
Yeah, talk about it. Trap Trivia, which is an opinion-based debate game. They have Category Feud, a mix of Jeopardy and Family Feud, and Pregame, the debate game with categories ranging from TV shows, movies, and music based around the culture we love.
Yes, so if you want to learn more, head over to republicandcompany.co
and head over to their social media on Instagram and Facebook at Republic and Company or on Twitter at Republic and Co.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm Mary.
I'm Brittany.
And welcome back to another episode of Seriously Podcast, where we recap the hottest web series out here.
Yes, we do. We break it down, really get to the core of each episode, and really share our questions, comments, and concerns.
And before we get into that, make sure you guys are following us on all social media platforms at Seriously Podcast and checking out our website at seriouslypodcast.com.
Yes, so today we are talking about Giants. We're kicking it off to season 2, y'all. Season 2. And today we have a lot of people in the building.
Gang, gang, gang up in here.
Gang, gang, gang. Can you guys introduce yourselves and the role that you play?
Hey, I'm Sean Samuels. I play Ade.
I'm Vanessa Baden-Kelly, and I play Journey.
Hey, I'm James Bland, and I play Malachi.
And I'm CJ Faison. I play Marion.
And I'm TJ, and I'm a producer.
Welcome, guys. Okay, we always like to ask our guests, what was the very first web series that you ever watched?
Damn, we gotta go to the archives.
That's a good one.
Watched.
Yes.
Need some brain food this morning.
Mine was Awkward Black Girl.
Yes,
Yes, classic.
You know, I used to do this show in college called My Brother's Keeper.
Oh, my God.
We didn't call it a web series,
No,
though. We
it was-
called it an independent television drama series.
Oh, my
but
God.
it was before web series were really a thing. But we were putting the show up on the internet, so technically that was the first web series I watched.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Just to be real, that's probably the first one I watched, too, watching you guys on My Brother's Keeper. Because we all went to college, in the same town. I don't know if it really counts as a web series, but I was a really big fan of Derek comedy back in the day. So I was watching a lot of Donald Glover.
Okay.
And it was like, he was the first person I ever remember. I'm sure there were people before that, but that would put out sketches on like a regular schedule. So you knew that every certain day of a week, he would put out a new Derek sketch.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
that was college too, though.
Yo, my first web series I probably watched was Fail.
Oh, look at that throwback.
Hold on, let's see, what was the first web series you watched?
Fail, bro. That was the first one I watched.
Man, that's a throwback right there.
That is.
So Fail starred King Batch before he was King Batch,
really?
the Vine star. Yeah, he was just our nigga from college.
Yeah, that's
at
one
the
of my
time.
homies.
Ooh.
His parents were super saved, and they wouldn't let him stay in LA unless they were like sure that he wasn't gonna like lose his soul. So they kind of like entrusted me and James to make sure he didn't.
Ain't that about a bitch?
Ain't that bad of it. So like when we did Fail, they would like see him cussing and stuff like that, and they'd be like, "No, he can't cuss." So to keep him in the show, like Fail had like no curse words. Like it was crazy. It was
Wow.
so G.
GG.
Oh, my goodness.
I think my first web series was First, actually. That was I wasn't up on a web series thing before I moved to LA. So I think, and then when I met James and started hearing about this thing called web series, I think First was one of the first ones that I started to
Yeah.
watch.
Another classic. Yes, I gotta check those out.
Okay, so for those who are new to the series, when and why did you start writing Giants?
I started writing Giants. You know, it's funny, in New York. I was in New York working on this show called Younger. I was a digital producer.
love that show.
You love Younger? Yeah, you know, it's funny. It's going to like fourth season now, right? But at the time, we had just finished season 1 of First, and we were getting ready to go into season 2. And I had just, from that experience, decided that I really wanted to do my own digital series. And I would be riding the train, heading uptown, and I really started writing Giants in New York on the train. And why? It was time for me to create a project. I hadn't created anything in about 5 years. I was writing, directing, producing on other people's projects, and I felt like, okay, it's time that I birth something, that I put something in the world that came from me.
Awesome.
What's up?
And to TJ and the rest of the cast, what was it about Giants that made you want to be a part of the project?
I mean, for me, I didn't know nothing about it. When I met James, he was talking about how it was a panel, and it was young professionals or young creatives on this panel, and he was saying, I'm working on a series. A young lady from the audience had asked him, like, what was he doing and all this stuff. He's like, I'm serious. I need help. Like, if you want to talk to me after work, talk to me afterward. Mm-hmm. And she went up afterward, and I was like, and I'm kind of introverted, so I was like, I ain't gonna talk to him. And then like I let some time go by, and I was like, man, fuck it, I'll just go. And he was like, yeah, just hit me up. And I hit him up, and I was on set, I don't know, a few days later, and that was the wrap. Like, I didn't even know what it was called. I didn't even know what it was about or anything. Mm-hmm. It was just kind of jumped in.
That's awesome.
I did it because James is my best friend, and he asked me if I was rich. Like, it really, it's not a lot of complication to it. He was like, V, I'm writing this show. Will you do it? I mean, I was like, yeah.
Sure.
And
when do we start?
And that was that. Right. Like, James could, like, there really isn't anything he could really ask me to do that I would say no. So I don't have to really know what it is. But he came over to my house with scripts written, and he was like, this is it. You want to rehearse real quick? And I was like, and that's how Giants happened for me.
Yeah, and James just said pretty much the same. Asked me to be a day, and he explained the character to me. And James has this like convincing, persuasive look in his eyes. He just knows that it's going to work, and you're the person to do it. And if you don't do it, he might hurt you. So I just said yes because it just spoke to my spirit when James asked.
Awesome.
For me, James and I were leaving a party, and he told me about the idea of Giants and the whole backstory. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. So I was like, all right, let me know when you need me. And then like, what was it, like 3 months later, 4 months, he's like, I got the part for you. And so that was season 1. And then season 2, he asked me to come on and kind of oversee the business aspect of the show because it was picking up so much traction. You could tell that we're going to go into season 2. So that was my involvement.
Awesome.
So you guys all play some like very complex characters, and you guys play them really, really well. So like, you're welcome. How do you prepare yourselves for this role? Well, how do you prepare yourself like before you get on set? What do you guys do?
I think I'm really lucky with my character that season 1, James wrote everything season 1, and he kind of played to my strengths. He just knew, he knows me very well. So I was able to just come in and read it and be like, oh boy, wow, this gonna be fun. Like I didn't really have to prepare so much. Season 2 has been a much heavier lift. And for Journey, I feel like I just have to come on set and kind of just be open to just let a scene take me wherever it's going to take me. The best preparation is like to stay open to what's true for the character.
Cool.
Yeah, I second that. The character is a lot like me in a lot of ways. I'm a dancer, Dave's a dancer, and I've experienced struggle and confusion in life, so it was easy to tap into that way. I think the most fun that I had with the character was building the relationships with the other characters on set and enjoying that playground that was offered to us daily.
Yeah, I think for me with season 2, I just had to really dive into Malachi's backstory and really just understand how he got to this place. And, what his internal monologues are and what's going on in his head, and just having something to connect it to, mainly because we start to deal quite a bit with Malachi's past in season 2, and I needed to just make it real and somewhat tangible. And so for me, it was just really spending time with Malachi, deciding what his past and his backstory was, and just really allowing myself to sit with those emotions. So when we got to set, I had something to pull from.
since season 1 of Giants was so well received, did you feel more pressure writing season 2? Like, were you nervous?
Nah, no pressure. I mean, I was blessed to bring on 3 other writers. And so the pressure was lifted because I had phenomenal writers in Vanessa and Christina Martin and J. Agus Richards, helping me to really usher this story into a second season. And so no pressure at all.
So what can you tell us about what we will see in season 2? What themes will you be touching on?
Ooh, okay, season 2. Vanessa, help me out. Everybody help me. I mean, we definitely continue the themes that we started in season 1 in terms of Ade really finding himself and dealing with sexual identity, not only for Ade, but also Malachi.
Do we get to see like his love life?
Malachi's?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
we actually get to see Malachi.
Romance?
Is it love?
Love it coming.
Is it love?
Season 1, we didn't see that.
We get a clearer understanding of Malachi's sexuality in season 2. But I still think there's some blurred lines. But yeah, and Journey continues on her mental health journey.
I think we see that with Journey. We kind of get to see her take some steps in different directions that last year. I think we kind of got to see what it looks like for her to spiral, and like this year we get to see what it looks like for her to live, and what decisions she makes in that space. One thing I really like about the season is I feel like we really explore relationships and friendships. Yeah. And, as much as we're exploring the individual, and we explored the individual a lot in season 1, we're exploring the individual and what that means in the context of their friendships and their love lives and how you grow with and or without those things. So that's been a fun theme for the season.
We also see quite these characters with their parents this season as well, which is something we didn't get to see season 2. And I feel like that really adds a great layer to the show. So, yeah.
So how much do you guys identify with your characters? And like how are you guys alike or different?
Like I said before, Ade and I are, very similar in terms of dancing and being creative and being open spirits and dealing with vulnerability in certain ways and family struggles. Like James said, the history's there, and Ade sees his. I don't want to give too much away, but he does have a visit with his family, and a lot of it is going back to why these characters are so flawed and the beginnings of that. And I think I identify with that because you always, how did this start in my life? Why do I feel this way? And always asking those same questions. And I think I identify with Ade that way by always asking questions about why am I this way?
Right.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I identify with Journey, like as a younger person, as a young woman. There's a lot that I identify with Journey with, but I feel like she's a much more hyped up, like lit ass version of who I was. But one of the fun things about Journey is that what I didn't experience, I've experienced with friends or people close to me, and so it's fun because I'm able to like kind of tap into the things that I experienced with those friends or with family members or whatever, and kind of bring some of those stories forthright. Okay. But Journey's fun. She's a fun character to play because if you have not been her, your favorite homegirl was her at some point. So yeah.
With Malachi, there's definitely fragments of James and Malachi. I think the thing that I identify the most with is the calling and the purpose on his life. And I know what it feels like to really question your belief in God. I know what it feels like to be lost. And but in terms of the way Malachi treats his friends, I'm not. That's not me at all.
Is there any lesson that you think your character learned from season 1 going into season 2?
Man, I don't know if Malachi learned any lessons from season 1.
You still got problems.
Yeah. Did any of us learn any lessons?
Journey certainly did.
What's
Okay.
the lesson?
learn.
Oh, Journey definitely learned some lessons for sure.
Malachi
What would you
learned a
say?
lesson.
What would you say?
Well, he got business smart.
You okay?
He making money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
He got business smart in season 2. That's a lesson that he learned from season 1.
Yeah.
Probably applied it in the wrong way, but
Right.
you know what I'm saying? It's definitely a lesson.
I bet he learned not to leave his car on that curb, even though
Someone
this
else's
nigga ain't got no car this season.
Journey's hoe.
You said Journey's a hoe?
Oh, yeah, she is that.
You said
She is that.
My Journey's a hoe.
But
She gets it
her whole
on.
trajectory season 2 is about learning lessons and growth. Not all of the lessons happen as soon as you think they should, and maybe there's still something left unlearned. But I'm really proud of her. Like, if that was my home girl, I'd be like, bitch, you did all right. Like, that's how I feel about her by the end of it.
I think a day's lesson in season 1 is find out if it's a gay party first before you take a date there.
Lesson number 1.
Find out.
Find out the crowd.
Cool. So we're gonna play a game. We definitely saw in season 2, you guys have some '90s themes, some Fresh Prince reference and stuff like that. So we're gonna play a Martin trivia game just to have some fun.
James wins. James wins. I win. I was about to say, I'm about to pass the mic to James.
Okay, you can pick whatever. Okay. So first question. In season 2, why did Martin quit his job at WZUP? Was it W, to work on a new talk show, Z, to spend more time with Gina, U, to go to the Varnell Hill show, or P, to join a cult?
to go to the Varnell Hill show.
Yes.
Y'all ain't gonna stump my friend on that. Y'all are not like James' inspirational quotes come from Shanae. Listen to me. This reminds me of that episode where Shanae said.
Let's go. What's the next question? I'm ready.
All
You
right.
got one.
Tommy said he was getting back together with the woman who was getting out of rehab. What was her name? A, Crazy Veronica. B, Crazy Vanessa. C, Crazy Vanita. Or D, Crazy Valencia.
Ooh, I don't know this
Is
one.
that
Oh,
Crazy Vanita?
nope.
Any other guesses?
What was? Give me the options again.
Veronica, Vanessa, Vanita, or Valencia.
What'd you say? Sha?
Vanita Applebaum. God, no, no.
Valencia, huh?
Nope.
Veronica.
Nope. Vanessa.
Oh,
Vanessa. Oh, shit. What crazy ass. And where did we get this game from?
I know, right?
These are from
It's
our
brilliant.
friends from Cards for Culture.
Cards for
cool.
Culture.
All right.
Shout out
They
Cards for
sponsored
Culture.
this.
They sponsored this episode. Okay, so the next one is, what did Gina buy with the money from her and Martin's joint account? Was it a bread maker, a dress, a pair of shoes, or a bag? It's an easy one. Come on, y'all.
What did she buy?
It wasn't the episode where she bought the brass bedhead thing. That's not.
No.
Yeah.
What was the options again?
So we have a bread maker, a dress, a pair of shoes, or a bag.
A bag?
No.
A bread maker.
Yeah.
She bought a bread maker?
She did.
Now my
And
mama
he bought
bread.
a TV.
Mama biscuits.
What award did Martin win at his high school reunion? Man of the Year, Man of the Decade, Most Successful, or Biggest Ears Award?
That was the man.
I remember this episode. This is when Gina went to the dentist
Looking crazy.
looking crazy. That's when she got stuck. Her head got stuck, right?
No.
No, her
She
hair
had
was all
the
crazy.
presentation
That's what
that
she was-
day.
Oh, that's when her
Mouth.
mouth. Yeah, it was
Was
all.
it man of the decade?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow, cool.
Boom, boom, boom. Hey, hey.
Okay, so why did Martin's mother leave a note in her biscuits? Was it she thought Gina was trying to leave Martin? Did she thought Gina was cheating on Martin? She thought Gina was trying to kill Martin, or she thought Gina was trying to kill her?
Trying to kill Martin.
Yes. I love that episode.
That lady is crazy.
Okay. When Martin lost his job, he called 555 Hoochie. What was the job for? Psychic reader, telemarketer, sex operator, or Hoochie burger?
Probably Hoochie Burger.
Yeah.
Hoochie Burger.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Okay. On the cruise, what did Martin keep Ellen Lynn Whitfield from doing? W, slitting her wrist, taking sleeping pills, jumping overboard, or drinking too much?
Jumping overboard.
Yes.
I was about to jump in on that one.
We all know that's a classic.
All right, last one. Why did Martin travel to Chicago when Gina went there for a business trip? Because he missed her, because he had a business meeting too, because he thought she was cheating, or to go to a Pistons Bulls game?
He thought she was cheating.
All right.
Yeah.
All right now.
Underneath the bed. I remember that episode. Gina. Oh, my baby ain't gonna play me.
I was waiting on some questions from a few of my favorite episodes. Y'all didn't get to it though.
Which one? What's your favorite episode?
The Women's Club.
I love the episode. The Ladies League.
The Ladies League.
Yes.
And then the episode when Gina had to work in Shanae's shop.
You got to go to work on my
Got to
receipt.
go to work on my receipt. I'm about to go to Juanita.
Bumping curls.
Love it, love it. So now we're gonna recap episode 1 of season 2. After Tommy and Denise broke up, who was she seen dancing in the club with?
Ooh, I remember this episode.
W. Cole, Z. Otis, U. Brumman, or P. Jerome?
Jerome.
Hey, Jerome's in the house. Yes, you got it. All right, y'all. If y'all are a fan of Martin like we are, then you need to grab this game brought to you by Cards for the Culture, the trivia game library.
Not only do they have games based off Martin, but they also have games based off House Party, Insecure. They got a 90s R&B game, a trap trivia game. I mean, they got it all. They even have a game called Pre-Game, which is the ultimate debate game, okay? I got questions ranging from TV shows, movies, music, everything revolving around the culture.
So to learn more, go to republicandcompany.co.
And you can also follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Republic and Company, and on Twitter at Republic and Co. So we start off where we left off, basically. Malachi, he's still out here selling his body. But he's
But I was surprised. I thought
he's not putting it in the same work that he used to. Journey's family, you know, they called upon the pastor to lay hands on her for some healing. And a day he's still hiding, but like in alleys this time. He was just like in the alley. But, you know, they're all still hurting. You know, they're just trying to grasp some kind of control over their lives.
And the day's in that alley because he's on his way to a gay club. But
Oh, that's where he was coming
from? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but they didn't show that.
They didn't show the club, but
You saw like a flag,
You
right?
saw a flag that said resist.
yes,
Yeah, which is, I think,
Pick up the bread
epic and
crumbs.
beautiful.
Little bread
Give y'all a
crumbs.
little behind the scenes fact. The
exclusives.
reason why we never saw Day going to the club was because the camera ran. The battery basically died.
Honesty, I love it.
God. Remember that night?
The battery died.
Be like that.
Listen,
We got
This tells a
got
story. Tells a story.
And we was hungry. We had been shooting all day.
Everything
We had to
happens
wait
for a
on the right
reason.
Nighttime.
Said we were
find a
hungry,
location.
so
We gotta go.
gotta
Things
go.
can't happen right when you ain't ate.
Battery died. We only
They
had like
learned this
30 minutes
yesterday.
left anyway before it was a 12-hour day. We were like, yeah, let's just call it. Bossa Nova, we on the way.
So then we see, Malachi, he's escorting, but I thought he was gonna I thought it was like a one-time thing. Let me just do it. But
This
you
is his
know,
life.
He went full time.
This
He
is
went
his
full
life.
time now. And the lady, she's like, "What are you doing? You're wasting my time." So right now he's having issues. He can't get it up. It's not working properly. He don't know what to do. So he goes. He's at home. At Day's house.
Yeah, he's still bumming off.
He's still at
that's his house.
That's his
He pay rent.
He live.
right.
He's welcome.
Do he pay rent?
Do he pay rent?
Never
I
established.
don't know.
Does
I don't
he
know.
offer? He pay for groceries? Like, what does he
Paying for
input?
something.
So he's Googling the issues, like how to get it up and stuff. So his pimp calls and he's like, I got 3 clients for you.
Hey.
Yeah.
Marion
Cousin.
is not his
Marion is
pimp.
my favorite character in all of
I know.
Because he's the most unabashedly ain't shit character. Like, there's no redeeming quality about Marion. He's
No
just who he
apologize.
is.
Yeah, well, this is his life.
Yeah. He got
make
2
that
girls
money.
passed out on the couch in the background.
Like,
He
y'all
just
giving
didn't work
too much.
himself.
Shout
Y'all
out to
giving too much.
Lutasha and Brandy.
So Malachi's like, I need a break. Like, I need a day off.
Ain't no
And
days
his pimp
off
is
this
like,
one.
lay
Ain't
off
no
the
days
gluten.
off.
No
Lay
days
off the
off.
gluten and you'll be straight. All right, get back to work.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What
My
do you need to
favorite
do?
line.
Yeah. That's a
But he does
reputational.
it while he's eating some like sugary ass cereal.
Right.
Yes. Talk about
See,
So what you mean?
Oh, I didn't know Cheerios was
Yeah,
gluten free.
that was like the
That shit,
intentional.
we make sure.
It was an intentional placement.
Oh my God.
Cheerios are gluten
This
free.
nigga said gluten. My
Supposed to say
dream.
watermelon rinds at one point. Remember that?
Yeah.
They had no motherfucking watermelon though. Yeah.
So next we see Journey. She's staying with her sister, and it's kind of putting a strain on her sister's marriage.
Yeah.
Because the husband's like he's not feeling Journey being there at all.
Yeah, because the sister, Candace, she wanted to go to the grocery store, and she was like, oh, Journey's going to watch it. He was like, who said that?
Yeah.
She not watching nobody. He was like, who said that?
Who said that?
Oh, hold up. You leave Maya alone with her?
Yeah, she watches her from time to time so I can shit and shower in peace. Is that a crime?
Yes. And your sister's batshit crazy. I didn't mean that. Okay, you know I didn't mean that. But all I'm saying is I don't think Journey's in the right mind frame to look after Maya.
Here's another fun fact. The dude that played Candace's husband, Bamba John Bamba, that's his actual name. He's also on The Good Place, which is one of my favorite shows on NBC right now. But he is in the middle of a really big campaign because he's a DACA recipient. He came here from Cote d'Ivoire. And he's had a child and a wife, and he doesn't know how much longer he'll be able to be here.
wow.
So we are really excited, obviously, that he's there. He's a good friend of mine and James's, and he's a phenomenal actor. But he's been all over MSNBC, CNN, because he's like this big Hollywood actor that could literally be deported any day.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
I was heavy. Sorry. y'all.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
kinda heavy. I
Ooh,
don't know how we
Journey.
pick up from that.
That's good though.
We're going to try. We're going to do it. We're just going to do it.
So, what I didn't like about his character, he like called Journey crazy. Like he wasn't sensitive. Like she's really going through something.
Yeah, and then he apologized, like, I didn't mean it. But you said it. So
Yes.
obviously you
So
didn't
you
mean
meant to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we move on to Ade. He's ready to clock in, but
Ready.
Mel done took him off the schedule
Off the
without
list.
notice.
Off.
Did a day dirty.
He was big mad, and she's like, "Oh well, moving on."
Yeah,
She's
she was
being
like,
professional. I don't see what the
Bye.
problem is. Bye.
She's like, "What are you telling me this for?" Like what?
So his friend comes over, and he tells her, Mel's messing with my money, and she took me off the schedule on purpose. And his friend is like, well, are you interested in her? And if not, you need to apologize. And he's like, why? Like, why are we still talking about this? I didn't know it was a gay party that we went to. I did not know.
I
Okay,
didn't know.
like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell her.
Yeah,
But she's like, yeah, but you knew you were, and he's like, what? Like, I dare you to say
Yes.
it. I dare
He
you.
said, I knew I was what?
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 What? Come see me. What?
She's like, never mind. I'll talk to her.
Yeah. I mean, he tried to talk to her, but she wasn't trying to hear it after a certain point. And I think she was just trying to let him know that this is war.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not feeling you. Don't
She's
do
not
that.
even hiding it.
No, just boy bye.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like, she should at least hear him out, I think. Maybe we'll see that later on. But
I think so.
Yeah.
I love
Does
Joyce.
she need an apology though? In your
does she
opinion?
need an apology? I mean, I feel like he already explained himself.
No.
That's not what I heard.
No.
She coming
Do
for
you think that he should apologize? If it's you.
I don't think she needs an apology. He
Wow.
explained what it was. Like,
Wow.
what is
But
he
if-
apologizing for, though? I'm confused.
If like he knew he was gay, I guess. Like, why are you stringing her along?
Is he still stringing her along?
No.
It's
But for
done.
that-
So what's she still mad for?
I guess
Move
they were
on.
like dating and talking at that
So
time.
New York.
New York. That's what it is.
Like, my feelings. Okay. We're gonna ride this out.
Oh my God.
I love it.
Okay, so Malachi gets in a lift.
He can afford lifts, but he's not paying rent.
We don't know.
Question. I'm just asking the question.
We
You might
don't
put
know.
some money on an internet bill. Y'all don't
I've been
know.
working
know
though.
what
But we
he's
don't know
doing.
who was account that's on. It could be on today's account.
Could be.
Ooh. He like, I ain't gonna say nothing. So the driver's talking about people's having sex in the back seat. I'm
He
like,
allowed this?
right? This was okay for you? Like,
You're still driving around?
Okay.
Like, oh, sorry, somebody had sex back there.
And you sitting in it.
Yeah.
right? And
Just
my
so
guy
you
like,
know.
Malachi's like, oh, word, okay.
Right? He's still going on with his life.
So next scene, Journey's sister trying to get her to eat, and Journey's being kind of like immature about it. Like, I don't want. They're going back and forth. Next thing you know it, food's on the floor. So at this point, his sister's just over it.
She's losing her patience. with
Yeah,
his
she
sister.
is.
She got to call in reinforcements.
Yeah.
Malachi, he goes to visit his weed man, and he's like, business been booming with this gigolo life that I'm living. And he's like, I hope this weed can like help me get aroused. And weed man is like, you should have told me about this before you came over. I would have told you wasting your time.
Yes.
Because this is not what you want. This is not what you need, all right? Because the marijuana is going to block
not
the
the
blood
answer.
flow to your dick. He's like, word? I didn't know that.
Okay, great. I'm back to square one.
Back to square one. He's like, I got to clock in like 30 minutes. I got something to do.
So then that's when Candace ends up calling Malachi for him to come and like get Journey.
Yeah, I felt like he was like her dad. He was like, come on, you're staying with
Yeah.
me this weekend.
Right.
It's like one of my favorite scenes of episode 1.
Candace, you just gonna ignore me like you do the rest of your problems? No, wait. Candace, I'll clean up. I'll eat whatever you want me to eat. You can't just put me out like this, Candace. Candace, I will clean up. I'll be better. I'll do everything you want me to do. Candace, you can't put me out like this. Candace, I'm talking to you.
Because it just shows the character of Candace, her mental state, and that she is in no position to understand Journey. No position at all to judge Journey because she's cracking as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So-
think that came across really clear.
Yeah.
Is that Candace is struggling herself. And you got to give props to Alicia Renee for portraying that so well. She did a really great job.
Really great job.
And that whole scene was just emotional because
Yeah.
Journey was just like, I'm sorry. Like, she knew she was like kind of wrong, I guess. So she was like, I'm sorry, I'll do better. And the sister was just literally not trying to hear her.
Too late,
Yeah, she
bitch.
ignored her.
Oh, nah, bitch.
Shout out Fernando.
Yeah, that was a good scene.
It was.
So Malachi's like, oh, you going to be staying with me? I'm like, you mean staying with a day?
Yeah, like how you invite someone else to someone else's house? Who does that?
Where they do that?
Where they do that?
How you a plus one inviting a plus one?
Right?
He's different.
You know, our people good for that. You barely got in, and now you gotta bring everybody else. How that ever happened?
Hey, you still got some room for my man.
Absolutely not. I'm gonna talk about how Dave's face changed when when Malachi said he'd sleep in the bed with him.
Wait, not yet.
Passenger seat, homie.
Yeah, I gotta stay. Gotta wreck the car.
So Adae's best friend, the girl, she confronts Mel.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, are you really that mad? Like, he's trying to apologize. And she's kind of like,
I don't care what he has to say. I don't want to hear anything.
Look, you cannot keep punishing him for something that you will not allow him to apologize for. I mean, he doesn't deserve that.
Okay, and I didn't deserve the way that he tried to Terry McMillan me. So how about that?
Big man.
I said what I
and
said.
I don't get it. I don't understand why. Girl, move on.
She was really feeling the day.
yeah, she was feeling the kid.
But wait, she cooked for this Nick.
Right.
Yes, the crock pot. Man, once you bring out the crock pot, it's real.
She wasn't slaving over
Come
no
on,
stove.
that's a lazy ass meal, though.
Exactly.
Crock pot for a nigga.
Not though, because you had to spend 8 hours.
That's prep.
That's
No,
correct.
no, no.
Top then.
That's
You
the
can't make no
crock
mistake.
pot
That's
when
the
you ain't trying to
convenience of
slave
it.
over
You
a
just leave
stove.
it
You like,
there.
I'm gonna just toss this chicken in this pot with this broth.
And go to work.
Cook all day.
Go to work and come back.
She
Chop
might
some
live in
potatoes and some
efficiency.
veggies.
That might have been the only thing she could have
I was about to
did.
say, she was like, the only meal she know how to cook. Let it simmer.
Let it simmer. I can't cook, but I sure can simmer some shit.
So they finally get to Adae's house, and he's looking like, "What's this?
Yeah.
What's these bags for?
For what? Where we
What's
going?
happening here?" And Malachi pulls him to the bedroom and finally asks, like,
Yeah.
"Can Journey stay here?" And
Well, you put him in a super awkward spot. Like, how am I
Yeah,
gonna say
she's
no
already
when
here.
she's right here?
and she looks like sad, so I
Yeah.
can't be like, "No, girl, you gotta go."
Shit, we looked pitiful.
Yeah.
But I was about to say, how you gonna say no
I
just
say
like
no.
this? No. That's how we do it.
Or like this. Oh, nah, bitch.
Can she say, where?
She's welcome to a glass of water. And then she connects it.
She like a few phone calls. She can spend the night in the morning. In the morning. Gotta go.
Because Malachi's talking about she needs to stay until she get back on her feet. So we don't know how long that's going to be.
Exactly.
So
That thing hit you, boy. You was like, how you missed that whole little section? It just hit you.
What are you talking about?
On your feet, on her feet. It looks like it looks like your face said, "Yeah, she can stay." That nigga did say that.
On her feet. On her feet mean.
So, bro, you was over. I didn't even think about that.
The layers, just peeling back the layers.
So they's kind of like, okay, well, where's she even going to sleep?
Yeah.
So Malachi's
talk about
like,
that.
Let's talk. Malachi's like, she can sleep on the couch, and I'll sleep on the bed with you.
He was giving him bedroom eyes at the same time too.
They
I could
said,
sleep
all right,
with
I'll
you.
help her with her back.
He said,
No
say
problem.
less.
Does she need a warm blanket, a pillow, perhaps?
Oh,
Say
man.
less. That's all you gotta tell me.
We just continue to see the desperation that Day has, the
Yeah.
longing he has for Malachi. But
I feel like Malachi knows
Yeah,
that.
he definitely knows.
Malachi, yeah.
That's why
You
you
know,
know I
that's-
can sleep in the bed with you.
That was my favorite scene of the whole episode. One, because I love how it was shot, how you're seeing Malachi through the
Yeah.
mirror, which I think is
yeah.
beautiful,
Brilliant.
and cinematic. But when that scene was written, my hope was that it was like, I really hope that you can see that Malachi's kind of being a fuckboy right
Yeah.
now. And James is so sweet that sometimes I'm just like, I hope that they get it. But it went above and beyond. Like, I was like, I totally understand how they could have been like, oh no, he's just being sweet and he might like me. But we all see that,
Right.
I love that scene.
Yeah.
It's so nuanced.
Dare I
He was
say
smiling too, or
manipulation?
they were-
Dare I say?
Manipulation,
Yeah.
exactly.
So then Malachi asks Journey if he could use her car because he got to make a run. Like,
Make a run.
His pimp called and was like, listen, you missed 2 appointments already. Don't make
His
this a habit.
cousin. His cousin.
That's his pimp.
Business partner. We're in business together.
It's just the plug.
Yeah, it's not his pimp.
Pussy plug.
All right, the plug. And Malachi, he's rushing to his next appointment, but he left the car on.
Because
The car on.
What'd he do?
He left
left
the
the
lights,
lights
on.
on.
Oh, he left something on.
But I thought he was going to get, the car was going to get stolen
Yeah,
again.
me too. I'm about to
like
say,
2 and
why
1.
do people keep giving him
Ooh, that would have been some shit.
You never learn.
Right,
That would have
never
been some
learned.
shit. Y'all need to be in the writers' room. We could have made this whole season go hell.
Oh my goodness. So we go back to Journey in the day, and they're kind of venting about what's going on.
First of all, she's super comfy. Throwing things, that's not okay. That is
she
not
threw
okay.
her Fitbit across the room.
You're a guest of a guest.
Because they look like, what?
Are you okay, man?
So
Like,
what's
what's
going
happening
on?
back there?
Doing throwing things in my Thing's apartment like
Right.
that. Come on.
Feet all up on the back
Feet
of the
all
couch.
up.
Real comfy.
Super
Hair
comfy.
shedding all over the place.
So they're venting and talking about each other's lives. And Journey gives him some advice.
She your boss?
No,
Why you just don't take him back?
it's complicated. And I really just want to cause a war.
Sounds like she already started one. If you know the enemy and you know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. It's the art of war.
I love
Yeah,
that.
she was like,
Yeah,
that's
I
not
love-
your boss. Finish her.
Yeah.
Finish her.
Yeah.
There's so much irony there, though, and it was written like that on purpose. James did a really great job with it. Like, Journey gives like this really sound advice that if she could only take,
Yeah, that's
she would fuck around and be off this nigga's couch. So
true. But that's a lot of people. We give advice, but don't take our own advice.
Talk
all the
about
time.
it.
All the time. So next scene. Can we talk about this scene?
He came in like
I
New York.
love this
He was like,
scene.
I'm here, bitch.
They came in talking about we're gonna take it from the top 5, 6, 7, 8 with the Viv dance.
You
I
know
loved it. I
Yeah.
loved it.
I mean, that just goes to show how brilliant the writing is. Season 2 gave me that script, told me exactly what I needed to do. I choreographed it myself. I came in and I showed James. James was like, dope. I had a couple outfits. He was like, wear this, show me
Yes.
this.
Can we talk about Sean's outfit? Because he didn't walk in. Sean sauntered his ass in this half shirt.
I'm here.
He sauntered in the half shirt, abs glistening, hair tightly cornrowed. That was like,
Go off, friend. Go off.
Oh man, and you know, Aunt Viv, like everyone's aunt. So
Yeah, true.
I knew that dance even before I was asked to do it. So I was like, I am living. I get to put some of these moves into my piece.
Yes.
Come on,
You
it's
had Mel
legendary.
shook. She didn't know what to do.
Yeah, she was like,
Yeah.
it made her more mad, I think.
Try it if you want
was
to,
mad.
Mel.
I mean, what do you do in that situation?
they could have battled.
They could have battled. Why didn't we think of that? Oh my God.
I got this.
All she would have gave me was Carlton snaps after that, though.
That's all she could have did. That's all. So Malachi's back, and he's trying to get it up. And Mama, she's over him. She's like, take some Viagra. Let's go.
But
Like,
he was
let's
all,
get it
don't look
together."
at me in the bathroom. Like, what? Cut it out. You're here
Be
for a
when your
job.
mama walk in on you doing some shit.
That's exactly how it was.
That's how it felt.
But nothing ends up working. So Malachi, he's like, let's reschedule. I can give you a massage. Like we could work something out. And she was like, no.
Young man, no. That's
No.
not going to work.
Young man.
I already started drinking.
These are silk sheets. No oil over here. Absolutely not.
Feel her on that.
Right, yeah.
How oil,
You don't wash
We're
your
not
oil
doing
out.
it. We're not.
You can't get oil out silk sheets.
No.
And don't she look like the type of woman that will have silk sheets?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah. Shout out to Waylon Pitt. So Waylon, the actress who played Miss Watson, she was actually in my very first film. I met Waylon. I was an intern at Sony, and I used to have to go deliver like packages to her office, and we used to chop it up. And then I just casted her in my first film. She was this black woman who nudges this white woman who's acting a fool at a dog funeral. And so Waylon's a singer, actress, brilliant, lover.
She's
to
also
death.
like a resident Los Angeles mom, so she just be cooking sometimes. She makes excellent
Like
cabbage.
llama beans. Yeah.
Yes,
I need some of that.
She's like, she likes excellent cabbage.
cabbage is phenomenal.
I love cabbage.
Can I also recommend the stew?
Hey, good to know. So she's basically like, listen, your tongue ain't broke, right? Let's get to work. I said, ooh.
I paid you for a reason, right?
She did not come to play. She's getting hers today.
But I'm not mad at that. Like, she didn't already pay this money, and this nigga couldn't do it last
Right.
time. You put in work today.
Yes.
And she didn't started drinking
Yes.
gin.
You gotta do something.
And she had that
Bombay.
mean ass smoky eye. I didn't do this for nothing.
And she had on her negligee.
She didn't do this for nothing.
And she put in her red light bulb. She was
Yes, the
ready.
red light. You're doing something.
What did she say, Glenn? If I wanted a limp dick motherfucker, I would
Stay with
I
my
could have
ex.
stayed at the Cork. Yeah. So the Cork is this spot in Inglewood where all the old players hang out. Oh, so that episode of Insecure when Issa had on the wedges, and she was
Yes.
like, "This is my sexy walk."
Sexy walk,
That was
yeah.
the Cork.
Oh, that was okay. Oh, wow.
So after he's done with his session, finds out his car, I think the car died. Is that
Yeah.
what happened? I don't know nothing about cars. Sorry. So he had to call Journey and a day to come get him. And, Journey's like, why you got my car all the way out here? And he's like, you're not my girl. You can't ask me that. She's like, this is my damn car. I asked you a damn question. Answer my question. I don't want to be a damn girl. And he's like, yeah, okay. What that mean? What's that about?
She said, you bringing up old-ish. I said, what's going on? We need a Giants prequel.
Yeah, what's happening?
What happened in the past? Stay tuned.
I'm just over
Right.
quiet. Interesting. Like, continue.
What the hell is she talking about?
So she asked, when did we start lying to each other? And he's like, listen, I'm an escort, all right?
Yeah.
You guys needed to know I'm an escort. Damn.
How much you charging these hoes?
What?
You heard me, nigga. How much you charging these hoes to eat they pussy?
I made $400 tonight.
Next time, charge 8 or 9. You worth more than that.
And I'm like, how would you know? What's happening there?
Oh, yeah.
What's happening?
I thought you were just saying that, like, you know, that you're my friend.
Like
you
your
more
worth.
than that. Yeah.
Like your personal worth.
But she
knows
something.
he's worth more.
Reading between those lines.
Man.
Both very interesting takes.
Very
You
good.
ladies are perceptive.
Yeah.
Stay
Thank you
tuned
very
for
much.
Season 2 of Giant.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned, okay.
Y'all ain't miss nothing, did y'all?
Huh?
Y'all ain't miss nothing.
No, we
No,
don't
this
miss
is what we
catch
do.
everything.
Okay.
How many times y'all seen it?
Once.
So Day is like, all right, y'all hungry?
He's trying to be the peacemaker.
Yeah,
He's
like,
I got
I'ma
AAA
change
on
the
the
subject.
phone. Trying to do something
Not
here.
really
This
trying
is
to hear that.
awkward.
Yeah, no, he don't want to hear nothing
Not
like
really.
that. So Journey is like, Malachi already ate.
Which is my favorite
full.
line
Yeah,
in the entire
he's good. He's full.
episode. My favorite line in the entire episode.
Hilarious.
That was such a fun scene.
That was
It
fun.
was a fun scene to shoot. Behind the scenes stuff. Up until that point, Sean and I had really not had a lot of scenes together. And even the scene that we had together in the first season, we shot like so early on that we would only really see each other at events or like Giants things. So when we would be waiting in the car, we just for no reason at all just started spilling life stories.
Yeah.
Like we became friends in 10 minutes in the car shooting that. And ever since that, I've been like, that's my boo. He knows my life and I know his.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. So they go to eat, and Malachi sees one of the guys that robbed him. So he's like, "Oh, that's one of him. That's one of them." So I said, "Malachi, what you gonna do?
You want that life?
You about that life?"
Oh,
So
I can't wait for y'all to
I
see
can't
episode
wait.
2.
What y'all think gonna happen?
Nothing.
I think he's gonna approach them.
You think
I
so?
think he's gonna approach them. Cause he got Journey with him. Journey's ready.
Journey, she down for it. She
Down
ready to
for
go to jail. I
whatever.
swear she is.
She is.
But a day like, I'ma stay
He
here.
can dance off. They can do it. You got served. So I don't know. I think he's gonna confront them though.
But it's like, it's bright lights. There's a ton of people. What can he really do? Like, is he gonna fight this person? We shall see.
Bum, bum, ba-dum.
We'll see.
To be
We'll
continued.
He's gonna say, give me my stuff
Tune
back.
in next
Right?
week.
Please, I need my
I
thing.
need my things back. I don't want to be a hoe anymore.
So that was episode 1 of Giants. It was so good, guys. We loved
Yeah.
it.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Let's get into the questions, comments, and concerns. Okay. Well, for you, James, what do you enjoy most, being in front of the camera or behind the camera?
It depends on the day. But nah, I really enjoy both. I really enjoy both equally. It just, kind of depends on what's happening, what's going on. But yeah, I really like both of these hats that I wear.
He wears them well.
Yes.
Yeah, you do.
Fedoras.
What were your favorite scenes to shoot in this episode?
In this episode?
Yeah.
I really, really loved that scene when we were outside the Malachi 38 scene. That was, we had a good time that night. Because, like, after a while, we all just were, like, in a vibe.
Yeah.
And they just kind of started letting us go.
Yeah.
And just seeing what could happen with it. And then we shot that in Inglewood, too. We actually shot it in my old neighborhood.
Yeah.
And, like, it started getting hella fucking sketchy at a certain point at night.
Yeah.
And, like people would be, like, driving by and, like, stop while we were filming. And
Hey,
be
what
like,
y'all doing?
Hey, what y'all doing? Y'all shooting?
Y'all need extras?
Keep going.
The infamous,
We're good.
y'all be safe.
That makes me feel unsafe, sir.
Right.
Please don't tell me be safe. But that was one of my favorite scenes to shoot this episode.
Yeah, me too. Same.
I mean, there was so many good scenes, but just the chance to work with J. Argus Richards, directorial wise, it was just educational and brilliant, and just lovely to be on set with such a bright man who knew how to get great performances out of his actors.
Awesome.
Do you guys ever get to like improvise, or do you do like word for word?
Oh, yeah.
What were some of the things that you guys like improvised that ended up?
I wish there was like a
This
blooper
episode?
reel so that you could see like the improvised takes of me and or of Journey and Malachi arguing about we talking about old shit? Yeah, we talking about old shit. How much you paying these bitches to eat your pussy, nigga? Because that wasn't in the script, but we had gotten there. Nigga, you heard me. This episode, other than that, Candace the argument with Candace, you guys kind of gave me some leeway to do whatever I needed to do to try to get her attention.
Yeah, I think beyond that, everything else was pretty on the script.
But there will be more.
Oh, yeah.
Lots more in
Lots
the
more.
season that is pretty organic.
You have any predictions
For
this season?
this season, I feel like Malachi will admit that he is gay. Because because with all these women, he says his dick wasn't working, but I feel like he's just not turned on by women.
That's an
Wow.
interesting take. Yeah,
That was
maybe.
my prediction.
Or yeah,
But he don't want a day. I don't think he wants a day though. I'm being
Ouch.
honest. Sorry, but I think he's just like using him.
I think he's definitely like manipulating.
Oh yeah,
To like his
free
advantage.
home, free
Yeah.
food. What's that about?
But I hope maybe he just needs to get off of this like life of escorting this and just not for him. Like just like get a real job, but or not a real job, but because he can't do that corporate life. Like he let
Yeah, he
that
doesn't
go.
want
So
to do 9 to 5.
he needs to find like his. Well, he said poetry was his passion, right? But I don't know how much money that could really make. So
I mean, Maya Angelou made a whole career off of poetry.
But in keeping with the greats, at one time she too was a sex worker. So all Malachi is doing is following in the footsteps of greats.
Of the great.
Who this? Angelou is his idol.
Look, survival is real. You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, right?
You do.
I was.
Still I rise.
I can't. I think a day and Mel are gonna go back and forth for a little bit, for at least the first 5 episodes, maybe. I don't.
That's a very specific.
That was
I would give it like
4.75 episodes.
Yeah.
Or the whole damn season.
So she's finally ready to like hear him out.
And then we're friends.
I don't know if they'll be friends.
You never
Maybe.
know.
We'll
Sometimes
see.
people
We'll see.
end up being friends.
Very insightful.
Yeah.
What about Journey?
Journey.
I know you mentioned
Expect her
yesterday
ass to be
Journey's
crazy.
gonna have like a therapist, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like in the beginning with this therapist, she may not have the best relationship with her because Journey, she seems difficult to deal with. Sorry, but she does.
Yeah. I think she's
So-
gonna be giving the therapist like attitude.
Yeah, she'll give her attitude, give her a hard time, but then maybe towards the end of the
I
season.
think Journey's just misunderstood,
Yeah.
and I think that's the misconception.
Thank you for taking that for her.
Yeah.
I'm over here
sweet.
like protect my but she's fine. I fought real hard. I wanted a dog this season.
You wanted a
But
dog?
James didn't want those problems on set. So if somebody could make that prediction so that I could push for season 3.
Season 3.
Journey needs a service dog for her mental illness.
Live animals on set.
I mean, if you want to bring Dude to set.
Dude is my dog. So I want to like Dude too.
Yeah, that was a story point we explored. Like, what if Journey also had a pet
Dog, and brought it to Dave's
Brought it to
house.
Dave's house.
So it was
Oh, and
just
they were
her.
like, no.
I'm sorry. No.
Journey would have had Ryder and dog on set. Like, come on, Journey.
Oh my goodness.
You know, the only reason why
Journey had a
Candace
baby and a dog.
Right.
Candace has a daughter is because we thought Vanessa was gonna have a girl, and we were like, "Oh, we can cast her next season."
Yeah, it's my goddaughter though, and she did wonderful.
Okay.
was adorable.
She's so cute.
All right.
If you guys can share, like, I mean, I know season 2 is coming up, but any other projects that you might be working on, or what can we expect, and where our listeners can follow you?
No projects right now, just focusing on Giants, but you can follow me on Instagram at Sean_SamuelsLA.
Wait, he's humble. He was in Sharknado. I
Last
watched him.
Last
So I don't want to tell it, but I watched him get eaten by a shark.
Yeah, about a year ago. I did a
Really?
shark movie
I'm
called
about to watch
Toxic
that.
Shark. Yeah.
Toxic
Sci-fi
Shark.
channel.
Okay. Awesome.
I had never watched all of those things after Sean's episode. I watched every shark movie sci-fi ever put out. Like, this is
That's so cool.
I am currently working on behind the scenes on the Netflix show Ozark, so you guys can watch that. It's coming back for season 2 this year, late summer. And myself and Xavier Bergen, who directed episodes 4 and the final episode of the season, have done a short film that's now doing the film festival circuit. We just got in our 3rd film festival called Other. We're going to release it like digitally in about 2 months. So you can do that, and you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at v.kelly, D-O-T Kelly.
Myself, you guys can catch me on the upcoming show Unsolved, coming to USA. I had the great opportunity to play Easy Mo B. So that premieres late February. And beyond that, of course, Giants is the focus, writing some other projects, but nothing that you guys can expect on the screen anytime soon. And you can follow me at JR Bland on all social platforms.
Dope.
For me, I got a couple projects in the pipeline that I'm working on that I'll probably start shooting second half of the summer. But for now, Giants is the focus as we continue this press tour and the rollout. And you can follow me on Instagram at face like your face _forward 87.
And I am similar to CJ. I have a few projects that I will start working on as soon as my first love is done and wrapped. And you can follow me on Instagram at Kara Jose, Karajose.
Cool. Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks, guys, for coming
So
in.
much fun.
Thank you for having us.
And we look forward to the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Well, y'all already seen the damn season.
All right, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.